Hey, your viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Backrooms Reminiscence. I thought, Fuggit, we're going to do a second episode on this, ladies and gentlemen, since evidently there is another ending that we could find. And, basically, yeah, I'm recording this straight after the last one, in essence, because I thought, why not? Essentially, I'd looked on Steam, and there are 9 achievements in total for this game. In that first episode, I got 8 of them. So the 9th one clearly is just the alternate ending, but what that also means is there's probably not really a great number of other secrets in the game. So we're going to sort of try and speed run our way through. Oh, I can't leave the office while she's talking.
I don't really have anything for you at the moment, but definitely go check out Chris's room if there's anything.
Chris's room, blah 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 blah.
Glad to see you finally. We've heard a lot of good things about you, man.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Claire.
See ya, Claire. Don't want to be ya. Right, so yeah, I mean, whilst, you know, we might as well do this again, because even though we'll have to sort of speedrun our way through some of the levels that we already went through, I should have remembered, obviously, there is this fucking save game in this. I should have been doing that frequently. But then again, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, would it? Because even if I had taken a save game just before that choice, it would have wiped the save game anyway to prevent me from just loading back in, which feels like a really cheap way of forcing the player to have to really, you know, play through from the beginning again. Yeah, not sure I agree with that. If I was making a Backrooms game like this, or any sort of game for that matter, I would not force the player to have to replay all the way from the beginning again. It just feels cheap. Like a way of basically padding the game out so they can't give refunds.
Good morning, William.
If they didn't like it.
See you in person. Alright, so John and Lenny are already waiting for you in the second outpost. You'll find it by following the cones. There's plenty of them, so you can't miss them. Also, remember to press the buttons next to the doors to open them. Please close them as well. I guess that's it for now. Remember to hand me the full report when you're finished there, okay? Alright. Good luck.
Blah blah blah, open the door for me, please.
I guess.
Right, here we go. So, yes, we can head on in here. It's interesting that that button... yeah, it's interesting that that button we press there opens that door, even though there's no apparent wire connected to it, but sure. Right, close the door. Then open this one over here. Oh yeah, I can't sprint just yet. Once we get in here, though, we can. I mean, at least this will enable us to go and explore a couple of other potential routes if we follow the cones and all that. Because obviously, beyond this guy, there's actually a couple of ways that the cones go. So, buddy. Oh. There we are.
You're that new guy, right?
That's me.
Awesome, dude. I don't know if Chris already told you this, but you just have to follow these cones to find the second outpost.
I have to wait.
Chris told me that already.
Oh, he did? Alright, well, go on then.
Also, your trousers are very dirty towards the bottom. You've been stepping in sludge. Alright, so, first cone is here. That's right, we know. But now is where it gives us the choice. So, previously we went that way, but this time we're going to go this way. Now, I imagine it's probably not that different. It probably has the same kind of outcome, where you just get into a room and then things glitch out. But you never know, it might take us potentially somewhere else. No, or does it? Well, I can't climb up here. Oh, so it's a false choice then. There's nothing different. All right, well we have to go the only way we can then. But at least it means in subsequent levels we might be able to just wander around and see what else we can locate. In essence, this way. Here we go. Take me to the glitchy room, which is around here. There it is. Unless I can wander beyond it. Can I wander beyond it?
How is everyone?
Without triggering anything?
Is this the right place?
Oh. I can't... Oh.
What?
Oh, I'm just on the other side of this thing. Okay, it all loops around. Good to know. Alright, glitch me out, baby. Take me into the back rooms. Take me into the back rooms proper. I've got a hankering for those back rooms. I've got a mad thirst on to see those yellow walls. Show me the yellow walls, and let me walk down the halls. Show me the yellow walls, and let me go shopping at a Backrooms mall. No, that doesn't work. I was desperately trying to think of a rhyming line then, and it wouldn't come to me. Pretty sure I've talked before about how I'm not very good at ad-libbing songs.
What the fuck just happened?
In fact, I'm probably terrible at it.
Where am I?
Let's go right hand this time, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Now, oh, bollocks, never mind. I wonder if that's actually, we saw something like that in the last episode where there was like a corridor blocked off by a big panel of wood. Maybe that's the other side, it all loops around and all that. Alright, so left-hand rule it is then. Oh, hey. Hello, monster man. Don't worry, this time I'm going to try and get an alternate ending. Now, place your bets. What do you think the alternate ending is going to be? Do you think it's going to be the classic Backrooms thing, where you basically phase back into reality, but you're about 6 miles up in the air, and you just see the camera falling, but you don't know, is the dude falling as well, or did he not actually quite phase through, and he just had phased through into somewhere else? Maybe. Who knows? Alright, can we speedrun our way back to where we were? Now, if we had an infinite sprint, it probably wouldn't take us too long. But sadly, we don't have an infinite sprint. But then again, the cooldown on the sprint may be very, very quick. Oh, bollocks, I forgot. That's a bloody dead end, isn't it? Shit. Well, I'm wasting time. Which is to be expected. God dang, maybe the cooldown on the sprint actually isn't that great. Because I was only able to sprint for very limited bursts then. Right, over here, maybe. What if we go this way? Is this just a dead end? Alright, well, no matter. At least we are finding out whether some other areas are actually just nothing. Alright, well, this we know. We have to go through the vent. Because we can't go through that area to the left. So maybe we should just stick with the left-hand rule all the time. Good evening, Mr. Bond, once again. I've been expecting you. Right. Fuck. Was it? Yeah, this way. That's right. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. It's this way. Oh, boy. You know, what is the point of actually having a sprint system in this game that has stamina? Because there's no actual monster chase. We didn't encounter one in the previous episode, and I'm sorry, you know, I'm assuming that there isn't one. Obviously there are monsters, you just don't need to worry about them chasing you around, that's all. So why have a stamina system? Why not just let your player sprint indefinitely? I feel like that's something really that you should allow them to do. Nothing there, okay. Onward to victory. Big chairs. Oh, your favourite familiar sights, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a dead end over here. Yeah, it was. It's nothing. Need to try and remember. These places are such a labyrinth, I can never remember exactly everything that happens and all that. Oh, yes. The big hall. I see, yeah, this. That must be the other side, then, of where we were, where we started out from. The corridor we couldn't go down because it was blocked. That's what I was just talking about a moment ago. You see? My memory was serving me roughly correctly. Hello. Alright, we're coming to the dark rooms now, don't we? The dark areas. Yeah, it is fairly linear overall, isn't it? Oh, never mind, it's getting light again up here. But it's just a dead end. I don't think did I go down here before? Oh, this. Actually, I didn't go this way before, did I? Let's have a look very quickly. Oh, it is just a dead end with picture of a skyline. Alright, well now you know what was through there, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is a couple of props. That's all. Back on track. is where we need the narrator from the Stanley Parable to be talking to us. When Stanley came to a low opening in the wall, he decided to crouch and go through, even though it wouldn't get him anywhere. And Stanley knew this perfectly well. Why did he stop to look at a sofa? Is it because he doesn't have a good sofa at home? Is it because he has sofa envy? Yes, this is surely the most logical explanation. Oh man. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is something I can go and just rewatch on YouTube. People discovering all its weird secrets over and over again. Its weird endings and things like that. I did play it obviously on my channel way back. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe when it came out, and it was a great game. Well worth watching all. Right, just pile drive forward. I think we are going in roughly the correct direction. Ladies and gents. Am I going the right way? I think I am, yes. Yay! Okay, I'm not quite sticking to the entire left-hand rule here, but that's fine. It's fan-dabby-dozy, don't you worry. Don't you fret your little heads, ladies and gentlemen. We will find our way to where we want to go, eventually, as soon as my freaking sprint recharges. Wow, my legs. Such a pair of pussies. Oh, dead end. Never mind. Door, please. Here it is. This is where we meant to go. Right, so yeah, given the fact that there's only the one outstanding achievement for the author ending, I am basically assuming that there are no real alternate pathways here, that we have almost entirely seen everything that there is in this game. Which is fine if that's the case. So yeah, the glitched cabinet, we go past that. The glitched cabinet that sounds like a helicopter. Glitched cabinet doing its best helicopter cosplay. Go past that bad boy, and we go over here. Like so. Into this area. God dang. It's going to be annoying if my sprint keeps running out of sprint juice, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you did enjoy the first episode of this game. Obviously, I don't know your feedback just yet, given that I'm recording this straight after that first episode, but hey, it is what it is. Right, at least we found our way through here. That's good. Ah. The loud noise. Oh yes, that's right, the weird creepy church. Here you go through over here. To the next area. Into the area with the reminiscent hallway, as I call it. The hallway reminiscent of the original Backrooms. Actually, let's wander through it. Why not? Actually, we can't. There's just a chair over there. What's actually over this side? Anything good? Anything useful? Chair? Did I sort of loop around before? The first time I came through here, I feel like I probably did. Welp. Maybe we're cutting out part of the path here. Who knows? Hello. Goodbye. Nothing there. Okay. Not that way. What am I doing? It's just an alcove. Where-de-doo? Where-de-doo at? I'm suddenly sounding like I'm from Sweden. Is how you know I've not actually really got much to say when I start doing stupid voices. You don't have much commentary, ladies and gentlemen, unless I can think up something very quickly. I've been on quite the indie horror recording binge recently for my channel. Got a load of them recorded, which is good, because I'm trying to make a dent in my massive list of indie horror games that I want to, play, because I've seen them on Steam or on itch.io or something. Just short, random little games, one-shot things. And I've recorded a fair few, but even then I feel like I've barely made, like I say, any sort of dent in the list. Which which is annoying, but what can you do? Just got to keep playing them and all that. Because the thing is, I'm thinking of changing something up with my indie horror playlist. Because at the moment, basically, you know, my indie horror playlist is what? Must be coming up to 300 videos in there or something. And the thing is, it's just, you know, it's just a mishmash of various random one-shot games I've played at certain times. Which is fine, don't get me wrong. But obviously at some point that folder's going to start growing. That playlist, rather, is going to start growing huge. And so if people are looking for specific, you know, a specific game or a specific video, it's going to be a bit of a ball ache. So what I'm thinking possibly I may do is when we get into 2026, I might make a new playlist called General Red Plays Indie Horror 2026. And so any indie horror game that I find on Steam or itch.io that's been released that year in 2026, that'll go in there. And the current extant indie horror playlist I'll rename to something like Indie Horror Pre-2026. Something like that, since, you know, all the games I'm playing in here are from before that year. So, it'll divide them, because I know that that's what other YouTubers who do a lot of, you know, random one-shot indie horror games, that's what they tend to do. They have specific playlists which very much just sort of concentrate on organising all the, you know, random one-shot indie horror games that they play by year of when they were released, which I think is a fairly straightforward way of doing things. And that way, you know, all the other random indie horror games that I do technically still have that I won't necessarily have managed to play before 2026, they can still go then into the pre-2026 playlist. So that one can still be updated and all that, which will be fine. Alright, let's go this way. Take some different corners and all that, because why the hell not? This is a dead end. Oh, it's not, but then again, I think I want to stick with the left-hand rule, actually, because that seemed to get me through this whole area before. Let my stamina recharge a little bit whilst I sip tea. You see, I was going to have a recording session today where I recorded a couple of other indie horror games, but looking at time, that may not, you know, that may not happen today because of this game. Because the thing is, I was just, you know, coincidentally looking in my Steam wishlist at, you know, it being autumn, usually there will be things on sale and all that. And indeed, there are a few things on sale, and I noticed this was one of them, that it had been released. I hadn't even realised that it had been released on the 31st of October. I just saw it there in my Steam wishlist and thought, oh, you know what, it's only $4.99. Might as well buy it and play it. And of course, you know, because of that, I wasn't expecting that I'd be recording a couple of episodes of this today. But here we are. Right, pool rooms time, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll go let's go to the right this time. Take a different route and all that, because why the hell not? But yeah, I was planning on recording a couple of random indie horror games that I have in my Steam library. Oh, is this just a dead end? No. Okay, a lot of these areas are just dead ends then. It is fairly linear in that sense. Well, at least we checked out that, because we didn't see that in the last episode. But one thing I do want to record this evening is probably some more Captain Claw. Want to have a go at that City in the Depth custom map again, as well as maybe some more maps, you never know. So if you enjoy my Captain Claw videos, then, well, maybe, you know, keep your eyes on them. Do you want to go this way this time? Just to see if maybe this goes somewhere slightly different or gets us around quicker to where we want to be. Oh, never mind, it's a dead end. It's always a dead end. If I see a familiar path with a route branching off it that we didn't go down, chances are the branching path is just a dead end. Doesn't go anywhere. Alright, up here then, ladies and gentlemen. Go, 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 gadget. Right, left-hand rule. Oh yeah, this was where the overhead area with the deck chair and the other chair were located. Hello. Yes, there's more deck chairs down here, isn't it? And then we're fine. Yeah, this room, that's right. We do remember this one. And at least my stamina will be recharging a lot as I trudge through this water. Now, yeah, speaking of what I was talking about a moment ago, indie horror and all that, I've just got so many, you know, just random games listed that I've seen either on itch.io or on Steam. Usually ones that are going for free, where you don't actually have to pay anything. And I just think to myself, oh yeah, I could play this at some point, I could play this, I could play that. The problem is that list has got so big over the years that it's going to take me a while to actually clear the backlog and all. But I'm up for it, ladies and gentlemen. So you'll be seeing more and more of them over the, you know, over the channel in due course. Gulp more tea, there we go, that's better. Right, this one... this was a staircase on the right, wasn't it? I think here that we had to go up. I think the one on the left was a dead end. Yeah, that's right. Yas, Queen. You know, speaking of Backrooms games, actually, one that I didn't mention in the last episode. Has anyone seen, I think it's called Backrooms The Threshold? It's a Backrooms game that's not available on PC. It's actually available, of all places, believe it or not, on PS Dreams. But apparently it is one of the best Backrooms depictions out there in terms of sheer choice. Because apparently it's the sort of game which basically has lots of potential endings and lots of pathways you can go down. So it's completely non-linear, which is really awesome. Here's the weird footsteps. No, what was I saying? So Backrooms The Threshold. It's weird because it's only available on PS Dreams, which is a strange thing because I think PS Dreams... Is PS Dreams only available for PS4? PlayStation 4? Could have sworn it was. But essentially PS Dreams was kind of like a game making kit for people to make their own games on the PlayStation. So it's just a, you know, funny place for someone to have made a Backrooms game, but I think I may have watched IGP's video on it at one time, and it looked really, really good. It looked amazing. Just really well done. And it made me think that, you know, if ever I figure out how to get a capture card that could work with multiple consoles, because obviously I've spoken about this before with my Nintendo Switch, about maybe getting a capture card that I can use to hook up to that, and then potentially, you know, play some Super Mario Maker 2 or whatever, and record it and put it on my channel. But it also made me think, you can probably get capture cards that obviously can record multiple consoles, not just specific ones. So if I could get a capture card that, say, could do, I don't know, a Nintendo Switch and a, let's say, I don't know, PS4, what if I was to buy myself a PS4? Because I'm sure you can probably still buy them, right? I know obviously there's PS5, that came out way, way back. It's been out for a while. But surely, right? You must still be able to get PS4s? Because if you can, that'd actually be kind of cool. Because apart from PS Dreams and Backrooms The Threshold, there's definitely other games on the PS4 that I would love to play. The anime weeb inside me wants to play Girls and Panzer Dream Tank Match, or whatever it's called. Which is basically World of Tanks anime. And it's single player as far as I'm aware, I don't think it's multiplayer. But there's that. And there's probably a load of other PS games. In fact, come to think of it, the Sly Cooper games, the original trilogy of those, is there not like a package of those that you can play on PS4? Or is that the case? Or is it the Jak and Daxter games that you can get on PS4 now?
Alright, fuck this place.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Because Jak and Daxter, there's a series of games I'd love to play. You know me, into my 3D platformers and all that. The thing is, I always love, on my channel sometimes, playing games from sort of, you know, roundabout when I was very much a teenager, in kind of the early 2000s. I love playing games from that period, because early 2000s, that's definitely, well, late 90s to early 2000s to be more specific.
This is not any better.
I'd say more specifically that's kind of my era of gaming. Everyone has, you know, their respective kind of gaming eras that they love, that they remember fondly from their youth, because that's when, you know, the majority of their favourite games of all time that they played when they were young probably came out. And for me, it is around about that period of late 90s to early 2000s. That's the time that I remember very fondly. Obviously, in 1997 you had Captain Claw, which is an old childhood favourite of mine. And then, of course, you know, you get to like 2003, for example, and you had Rayman 3 and Beyond Good and Evil, which are two of my favourite games of all time. Obviously, in 2001, you had Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which is another old favourite of mine that I've done a lot of on the channel. I mean, to be fair, some of the games I've mentioned, well, not some of them, all of them I've mentioned so far, are games that I've played here on General Red Strategist. For example, Captain Claw, there's a whole playlist of that where I'm playing through player-made custom maps. Blah blah blah. Okay, we're going to see the spooky dude round here. Oh, is he round here? Oh, he must be further on. Okay. Okie doke. But yeah, Captain Claw, I've got a whole playlist of that. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, custom add-ons, whole playlist of that. Here on my YouTube channel, I have done playthroughs of Beyond Good and Evil and Rayman 3 on the channel as well. Wait, which was the correct way on here? Was it to the right? I feel like it was down here, possibly. Because the one on the left, was that the one with the weird room that you couldn't actually... No. Oh, yeah. No. Oh. Did we come here before? Maybe we did. Alright, it was actually the one on the left then. Never mind. Getting myself into a dead end again, because I don't remember. Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil, technically I've done two playthroughs of on the channel. Years and years ago, I did my playthrough of the my old disc copy of it, from 2003 or whenever, which was good. But of course, obviously it was very low res. The aspect ratio wasn't very, very good. But then, in more recent years, I did the 20th Anniversary Edition, which was obviously the remaster, which had a few additional cosmetic bits and bobs put into it, and that was really fun. Well worth a watch and all that. Alright, through we go. Freaking spooky dude, we're probably going to run into him at some point. He's going to be here somewhere. Yeah, but like I say, it would be good, you know, if I did say have a PS4, it would be good to get my hands on, if possible, some older PlayStation platformers, you know? Ah, this is where the spooky dude is. He's round this corner where the torch is. Spooky boy! Hello! There you are.
What the fuck?
It's alright. He's just a friendly guy. Nope, yeah, he definitely moves through there. You definitely see him crawling away. Right. So, yeah, Jak and Daxter. I always remember Phil had a couple of Jak games when he was a lot younger. I always remember as a kid visiting his house, and we'd sometimes play on his consoles, and we'd play the likes of Jak 2. I can't remember really where we got up to. Oh no, that's a dead end. That's the room I was thinking of before. No. But yeah, Jak 2, I can't remember where we got up to, me and Phil, all those years ago, when I was just a teenager. When we were teenagers, rather, I should say. I feel like I just have vague recollections that we did get a fair way into it, but can't remember exactly where. I remember a mission where you're on a hoverboard and Jak has to chuck these like energy bomb things into these strange sort of like mining wells or something. I don't know what they were. Eco wells. Something along those lines, I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long-ass time since I played a Jack game, so I don't entirely remember everything that happened in them. Oh, dead end. Well, never mind. Oh, that's right, because we went through the chair meeting back there last time, didn't we? That's correct. But no, I know that obviously with Jack and Daxter, there was the main three, wasn't there, in that trilogy? The original Jack, Jack 2, Jack 3. Were there not then a couple of spin-off games just featuring Daxter? I feel like there were. I have vague recollections of seeing cover art for them, unless I am just misremembering. But in essence, you know, the key point really here is that, God, I would love to play the Jack and Daxter games again, because I've not seen them in yonks. And obviously Sly Cooper, which I just mentioned a moment ago, that's a franchise that, you know, if I'd been playing that when I was younger, that would have been right up my alley, in essence. I would have probably played the shit out of it when I was a lot younger. Because again, it's 3D platformer. 3D platformer goodness. Oh, dead end. And of course it has a lot of iconic characters. Everyone sort of looks back on Sly Cooper very fondly. Not just for Sly himself, but also for his characters, you know, his friends like Bentley the Turtle and Murray, and of course Carmelita Fox, who I have a feeling was probably a lot of people's furry awakening. Ah, here we are, this is where we want to be, yeah. Jump up here, do our parkour. Yeah. You know, now that I've uttered the words furry awakening, I feel like we're about to venture into very cursed territory in terms of the conversation. Because now that I've said that, the immediate thing that came into my head then was asking the question, Ayo, my furry audience out there, who was your furry awakening? Was it Lola Bunny? Was it Carmelita Fox? Was it someone else? And if so, who was it? Because I imagine there's tons of, you know, people out there who will be like, oh yeah, it was Lola Bunny for me. And I'll be honest with you, as a kid, Lola Bunny never did it for me. I feel like Lola Bunny is, you know, basic. Basic furry bait. I'm just joking, of course, I'm being silly. You know, amateurs love Lola Bunny. Professionals love Carmelita Fox. I don't know. What am I saying? Here we are. Get into the elevator. Get me out of here before I start getting consumed by the topic of furry characters. I was tempted to make a joke about Roxanne Wolf then, but, you know, I'm going to resist. No, let's get away from this topic that I've suddenly started talking about. Let's stop talking about friggin' furry characters, and let's go through our short little airport over here. Our liminal airport. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get through here. Man, the last airport I was at was in June, and that was Bristol Airport, ladies and gentlemen. Heading for a flight to Rome. Because I was basically going to an educational institution in Rome to deliver a lecture. This isn't a humble brag, by the way. Even if it sounds like one, that's not the intention. But, God, yeah. It's the first time I've been to Bristol Airport. It took about an hour and a half to drive there, roughly, from where I am. Because the thing is, I had a kind of choice of airports that I could have gone to. I could have gone to Bristol, or I could have tried for Heathrow, which obviously is closer to London. And I thought, no. You know, myself and, you know, I thought this, and everyone I spoke to was like, oh no, don't go for Heathrow. Because obviously you're driving towards London, you're going to get into such mountains and mountains of traffic. It's going to be so busy. And you know what? I'm glad I didn't, in the end, go via Heathrow. Because obviously that probably would have taken, what, like a 2-hour drive. even though I think distance-wise, from where I am, it's probably, you know, the distance from where I am to Heathrow probably isn't all that much different from here to Bristol, in all honesty. But yeah, so I went to Bristol Airport, and obviously I had to use my sat-nav because I've never driven out that way in the country before. So there was me driving out to Bristol, and of course my sat-nav, predictably, took me off the M4 motorway near Bristol and directed me through the city centre, which was a bit of a pain, because Bristol is a bit of a warren of side streets and all kinds of stuff. So I was driving through there, and my sat-nav's trying to recalculate very fast where I need to go. And of course, what made it even worse is that it's trying to direct me down roads which were closed off due to roadworks. So I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I just had to like drive away in a different direction, wait for my sat-nav to recalculate the route. And then just go from there. But then eventually I got to Bristol Airport, parked up on the multi-storey, had to drive to the top level, because it was so bloody busy. Got up there, went into the airport, and everything was fine. I mean, Bristol Airport's not very big. It's only the one terminal, so it's not huge. Essentially, you know, you know where you're going and all that. Let's go right this time, see if this is a dead end, which it probably is. Does it all loop around? Oh, it all loops around. Very good. Yeah. Bristol Airport, flew out to Rome, flew out to Italy, got there freeing after 9 o'clock in the evening local time. It was getting dark. Taxi to my hotel. Got there, well, must have been after 10 o'clock at night, you know, because obviously I had to go through, you know, check-in and all that. Not check-in, security at, you know, Rome Fiumicino Airport. So obviously by the time I then got to the taxi rank, queued up, waited for a taxi to be available. Didn't get to the hotel until, yeah, freaking after 10 o'clock at night, which is annoying. But what can you do? So yeah, that was the last time I flew out. Last time I was on a plane, ladies and gentlemen. If ever the institution in Rome ever wants to, you know, that I deliver this guest lecture, if ever they want to invite me back, I would be more than happy to go back and do it again, because I did enjoy it. Tiring as the, you know, journey out was, because I had to fly out basically on a Sunday, because the lecture itself was being delivered on a Monday morning. So I had to set off on a Sunday afternoon with a good couple of hours to spare when I got to the airport, and then deliver the lecture on Monday and other commitments. Then yeah, oh, hello there you are. Then basically, yeah, I Tuesday flew back in the morning. Right, here we are, the choice, ladies and gentlemen. So in that first episode we went that way, and that got us ending 2. So over here, this is where we need to be. So place your bets. What kind of ending do you think this will be? Is it the stereotypical Backrooms ending of we glitch back into reality, but we, you know, our camera at least appears high up in the air, falling down onto a freaking motorway or something? Who knows? Let us see. Right, the door shut behind us, cutting off our exit. This has been one of the few games, though, in my Steam library that I end up 100%ing all the achievements. I mean, then again, it was pretty easy to get them all. I can still sprint, though, which is interesting. The other way, it'd probably cut off my sprint by now. Oh. Where are we? Vent. Okay. Is there more to see and do yet before we get to the next ending? Because if there is, then we're on all new blind territory, which is pretty good. Maybe there's other areas we have yet to visit. That's the thing I said I was going to do in the last episode. I said I was going to... Oh. Ah. Are we on the other side of this thing? From before? From the start of the game? It's interesting if we are. I think we are. We can go back.
This This is where I was supposed to be. What happened?
Oh. Did the back rooms expand out? Did I come from this way? This one I did. Let's go and investigate this route. Can we find our way back towards the gate where we came in? Is this going to be like the complex expedition in terms of how it ends? Well, complex expedition, from what I remember the ending as, you actually finding your way back to a gate, presumably the one you came through. Oh. But of course when you go back through it, something's wrong. I feel like this is going to be the same, isn't it? Yeah. This don't feel right. Can I shut the door from this side? I can. Okay. Yeah, it's all open over here. That's not good. Did the back rooms expand out and engulf the whole facility?
Nothing works here.
We can go up here now, which is interesting. To the control room. Everything's been stripped out. Or has the facility been abandoned? And a huge amount of time has passed in the real world. Is that what's happened here? Oh. Okay, it was worth it, you know, to come back and actually do this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can't sprint now. We've just got to find out... Oh, I can still jump, though, interestingly. Oh, boy. Oh, no, that's just that. I thought for a second there were plants growing in the facility. God, it's fucking dark. Oh, yeah, this is all overturned. Well, partially. Did something come out of the back rooms? Kill everybody? Claire? You still in your office? Well, that's lit up down there. Oh, it looks like the security office may be open as well. Is the guy's gun still there? Security officer? Him? His? Her? Theirs? Claire? Oh. Computer's not here anymore. Oh boy, this is a bit creepy. Yeah, it feels more like the place has just been abandoned. Maybe the whole thing's on lockdown. Because whatever monster you encounter in the other ending got out. Sorry, I'm just going to pause and drink up my tea. Oh. That's better. Probably wants us to go into the elevator, doesn't it? And that's probably where the ending will trigger. Well, the gun's definitely not there anymore. Nor is the computer. Alright, is this where we get in and then suddenly we glitch again? And we get chucked back out into reality high up in the air? No. We can still move.
Please take me home.
I don't think that's going to happen, buddy. William, whatever your name is. Oh. Final cutscene? Hello? Can I move? Yes, I can. What? Ah, yeah, it's all fake. It's a fake world. You can see from the seams where the textures of the skybox don't quite... Oh! What?
Home.
Oh, we actually get to see our dude. He wasn't wearing a hazmat suit or anything. I got ending 1, apparently. What? Really? Is that where you're going to leave it off there? You're not going to explain anything? Well, then again, ambiguity in horror games is usually a good thing. Typically, they never always explain things. Oh, was it this again? So we're still missing, are we?
We will continue to keep you informed as this story unfolds. That's hard to be bad. Many scientists have begun studying the virus. Medical.
Yeah, here it is. I love how it says on the missing poster that we worked for a secret company. As if they would print that like that. Oh, well, there you go. Episode 2 of Backrooms Reminiscence. Fantastic. So, yeah, we got basically the other ending right there. So, in one ending you die, in the other ending you find your way into a strange fake chamber. The question is, what happens to your character then? Who knows? Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, well, thank you for joining me then for that, ladies and gentlemen. It was good to play another single-player Backrooms game to completion, and yeah, like I said earlier, this will be one of the few examples of a game in my Steam library where I've 100%ed the achievements, which will be fantastic. So I'm just going to adjust my microphone. There we go. Alright, in that case, folks, nothing really else for me to say other than to do my outro. So, nope, all saves have now been cleared. I didn't take any, but that's fine. Social media links, propagandist channel link, etc., are in the video description as usual for anyone who might be interested in those. If you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But other than that, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you once again, and goodbye. So much not like in here, so much dislike even. Right, where are we now? There's a button there, okay. There's two of these things though, so what's the deal with that? I'll ledge or something over to the left. Oh! Motherfucker! You motherfucker! Oh, I knew it! Fucking knew you were going to come back at some point. Did I not say that was what I was concerned about? Did I, or did I not? Oh, that pushes that out there. Alright, hang on. I think I've got an idea.